Hello there, Goony124 here. Today I am playtesting a game called Grime Rail Shooter. This game is a shooter, obviously you can tell from the literal name of it, and the Grime Rail part is relating to movement mechanic in the game, which is literally going on rails and grinding across them. There are also other mechanics that are obviously movement mechanics, like there is double jumping, and there's also where you can go on level geometry and mantle onto it and like jump off of that level geometry, which is really cool. There's also all sorts of other mechanics, like physics-based ones, like ricocheting bullets, which is one I really do like. And there's also stuff like destroying certain objects and also messing around with certain physics objects in the world as well. So let's actually play the tutorial and then actually play the first level. And obviously this game is a prototype, so the games have a lot of placeholders and a lot of the mechanics are going to be very, well, not finished. So obviously don't see this game as like the developers has completely made the game, is completely complete. That's not the case with this. It is a prototype. Like this is before like alpha builds of games. This is a prototype. So yeah. Let's actually get into the tutorial, but first of all, before that, I like to mention I like this main menu. I like that it has like different kinds of lighting going on. Like I've just seen it go from like really bright to almost nighttime lighting, and it's just like objects in the background, the player moving across. It's a really nice main menu, and also the logo looks really nice as well. Also, before we actually go into that, options, yeah, you get a lot of graphic options here, but there is no resolution option besides resolution scale. It would be nice if I could actually change the actual specific pixel to pixel like resolution, which would be a lot better. But yeah, it's really nice I can change this, but I think this is the default Unreal graphics settings, so I think it's not really that hard to put them in anyway, so just saying it's cool that it's been included, but you can see the menu's changed and everything, the lighting and everything, really cool. Okay, tutorial. So we're actually in the tutorial now, and yeah, let's actually get started with it. Yeah, I mentioned a lot of really fun objects in here, like we've got this ball you can just mess around with, and there's that ricocheting. And what I love about the ricocheting in this game so much is how it would rebound multiple times. I love that, and also the traces on the bullets look really nice. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool mechanics in this game. I've already shown you that. And right here seems to be some concept art, and I do like the sci-fi kind of thing they're going with. I like the robotic enemies, and also the player characters really nice. Obviously we're talking about a prototype here, so all the art assets aren't done yet, but I like that kind of theme. There's also chickens we can shoot. Just, you know, fun little mechanics like that I always love about games. Okay, now, other thing I'd like to mention, really nice it included a tutorial in a prototype, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice we actually have a tutorial in a prototype of a game. Some games don't even have good tutorials, even, you know, in alpha and beta. It's nice to have a tutorial on a prototype of a game. It even tells you everything you need to do, which is nice. Also, talking about tutorials, is it tells you all the movement and like the controls and stuff in the actual pause menu, which is really nice. So it's really convenient to know what you have to do. Yeah, that's that mantling mechanic I was talking about, how you can jump like right after climbing up something, which is really cool. Like, I think they've really done really well with these movement mechanics. Oh yeah, also there's the zoom in mechanic, which allows you to kind of have this bullet time kind of thing where you can aim a bit better, like it zooms in a little bit. It's pretty nice, you know, for if you want to dodge projectiles and stuff like that, but I think it's quite spammable really. It'll be nice to mitigate against people just spamming it like this. But yeah, let's actually carry on. And the main thing in this game, like the objectives you do, is you gotta collect crystals and just kill all the enemies in the actual level. Oh yeah, also seen as a melee attack right there as well. So let's actually use that ricocheting to the actual enemies we're up against right now. And the really cool thing about this is the developer has made it so to encourage you to ricochet bullets are actually a lot more powerful than regular ones, which is really cool because it incentivizes the player to actually use these cool mechanics. And I approve. Yeah, really cool. And you also seen the ramp right there, you slide down it. Yeah, loads of cool mechanics. Let's carry on. Oh, the actual rails of the game. So let's actually show you guys how this works. Jump on a rail and you move across it, and there's that really cool grinding effect as well. Like, I think there's a really cool particle effects they've used in this game. But yeah, these crystals here are the healing crystals who you might have seen. You have a health bar. And what do I think of the UI? Now I've actually seen the UI. The UI is pretty cool. It's not a bad UI, I think it's a pretty decent UI. Obviously it tells you everything you need to do, tells you objectives, which is good. Has the meter to show you the aim feature, so it has a lot of, you know, things to show you and make you understand stuff, so I think the UI is pretty good. Okay, next thing. The next thing we're going to do now is have this grenade kind of mechanic. But instead of a regular grenade, it kind of homes in on things if you shoot it. Let me just try that right now. No. Try that again. There we go. You can see when you shoot it multiple times, it will home in on an enemy. Do that again. Like I'm shooting clay pigeons. Obviously you don't have to chuck it in the air, you can literally do it like this as well. Yeah, it's cool, it homes in on enemies, which is pretty nice. Yeah, let's actually complete this tutorial and get on to the actual main level. Okay, here we are in the actual main level. Like, it is a prototype, you can see a lot of the textures are very, like, they're just pretty much black box the level. So obviously it's not 100% done in the art assets and everything like that, so obviously don't judge it based on that. We're really judging it based on mechanics more than anything else. Yeah, there's the actual enemies there. And the enemies in the game are pretty good, but I feel like the detection can be a bit weird. Like, it's cool they dodge your projectiles like that, which is pretty cool. But they can be dumb when they're trying to detect you, like I'm going to show you in a minute. Let me just kill a few of these guys first. But yeah, it also sticks to them if you manage to chuck it on them. Pretty cool. But you can see boxes have already been disturbed over there. So literally the only ways for, I think, enemies to detect you is if they see you, and if you... Well, let me just turn the music down a little bit. Oh yeah, I can't turn the music down. I don't know if I'm too... The music's too loud, I'll just turn it down a bit. There we go, hopefully I can be heard a bit better now. Okay. Yeah, let's actually show you guys what I mean by the detection can be a bit weird. This guy here. And I can... Oh, I didn't mean to do that actually. Okay. Oh no, don't tell me it's hit anybody. It has not hit anyone, good. But yeah, just look at this. I'm going to go near this guy here. I'm literally coming in contact with him. He's not being detected, and I can shoot around, and he's not even being detected. You literally have to attack them, or literally be in their direct vision. There we go. Like, it's strange, not even sound effects. Like the sound of a gun or anything isn't alerting them. So I feel like the detection needs to be improved. But really nice destruction mechanics there. Look at that. Nice. Okay, let's carry on playing. Oh, speaking of enemies, there's these drones up here, and I wanted to show you what they do. It's really nice we've got enemies that will actually interact with you while you're on the rails, which is really cool. It obviously makes it so the rails aren't just for, like, you know, movement, but also things will try and attack you while you're on them, so, you know, there's a bit more to do on them than just move about. There's these guys who will try and attack you if you move on rails. But you can obviously shoot them out the air. I definitely want to see more hazards like that. I think it's really cool to have things that will try and attack you while you're using the rails. There is, however, one thing I don't like when using rails or the ramps, is I feel like the music is too sudden and abrupt when you're on the rails. I feel like it could have been more smoother and more dynamic. Well, honestly, I'd prefer if the music was just, you know, really intense normally, but I feel like the music can be definitely improved when you're on the rails. Make it a bit more dynamic and a bit more less sudden. Let's actually sort them crystals out. So let's collect some. There's also conveyor belts. There's a lot of different mechanics here that relate to physics, so, you know, I really do like that. Go. I definitely want to see more enemy types in the game. I feel like that would be something really interesting. Not to mention enemy types that, like them drones, that their abilities tie into these physics mechanics in the game. I can maybe thought about enemies that maybe use ricocheting to their advantage, or enemies that you have to ricochet on them to do any damage to them. I think that might be a bit annoying, but, you know, just add enemies to the game that include some of the mechanics themselves, which would be really nice. Or make it so enemies can actually use the rails, because I feel like, you know, I think I've already mentioned Bioshock Infinite, because I know Bioshock Infinite used a very similar mechanic with, like, transportation rails, and used a hook to go across them, and enemies would actually travel across the rails as well, which is really neat about that game, is the enemies would actually use the same systems of movement you would. Maybe think about doing that, because it is kind of interesting, me just zipping around the rails and the enemies not doing anything about it besides just shooting at me. But maybe make it so they can actually use the rails themselves. That would be pretty neat. But yeah, let's carry on actually playing the game rather than just talking about it. Okay, I think I'm gonna get ahead of myself. I need to just focus on the more easier crystals over here first. Yeah, there are some glitches I have found, but I'm gonna talk about them later. Just gonna complete this level first before we talk about any glitches or anything like that. We go up here, don't we? You can see how, like, abrupt the music is just simply by just touching the ramp, like... Let's just deal with that guy first. Eh? But these are really spammable. I like how the robot just said, I love you. Seems the game is going to be quite comical when it is actually finished. Well, it's a prototype, you don't know what's going to happen. Ah, come on, get in that rail. Here we go. Yeah, I think I'm too focusing on actually speaking than actually playing. But here we go. Almost did it. I'm double jumping way too early. Way too early. Let's do it now. Do this. Here we go. Nice. Look at that crystal. Very good. Okay. Next we go there. Should we go for that hoop there? Oh, missed it. But yeah, if I'm a bit disordered in my gameplay right now, it's because it's quite early right now. Here we go. Quite early in the morning. I think it's about 1:30 right now. I don't know. It's late. Well, early, not late. The morning. It's early. We've got all the crystals around here. Maybe? Them chickens. Healing crystal there. Okay, so let's carry on. There's also, like I mentioned, loads of different mechanics. Like there's a jump pad over here. Like it's literally like they're trying to throw literally any and every movement mechanic like in a game in here. And also like how the character has a lot of different animations. Like this character will like literally move their gun away from a wall so it don't clip into it. But there is still obviously some clipping with the camera and stuff like that, so there is, you know, still clipping it into it, but yeah, it's prototype, you know, stuff like that can be fixed, or it's not really a big deal anyway, so yeah, I think little crystals are done here, I think. Always go back, because the level's not that big. There's like one guy in there. Also, like, the enemies literally have their health bar. Well, yeah, a lot of games do that. Health bars above their heads. Looks like it's almost like a 3D model, though. Like, it curves around their head, which is pretty cool. Oh, the crystals in here, literally. Hey, what's that? Is that kind of pop? You can see why I'm having a lot of fun in this game. But yeah, ricochets also affect it as well. Oh, it's pretty cool. Yeah, one last crystal and we've done with this level. Well, we're done with the entire game, really. Then we're just gonna have to... Why is it laughing? God. Okay, now we've actually done that, let's actually go back in and look at bugs. We've already played this, so let's actually look at the bugs I found. So, first bug I'm going to talk about in this game is... Or should we go over the things I've actually... Yeah, let's actually do that first. Let's go over the things I said that are good about the game. I like all the mechanics the game has, movement and physics related. They're all really fun. I love the ricochet mechanic, especially. The rails are pretty cool. I really do like the inclusion of enemies that will interact with you while on the rails. Would definitely like to see more of them. See, you know, like more hazards overall, more enemy types would be really nice. I like the... What things do I like? Like the theme of it, I like the sci-fi theme, I like the robot theme, that's pretty cool. I like the tutorial, like you got a tutorial, you've got the controls up there as well, so you know, make it convenient for people to understand what controls they use, that's good. UI is pretty decent, it has the objectives on it as well. What else? I think that is all the good things. Things I've mentioned that need to be improved are definitely make it so the AI has better detection, and also make it so the music isn't too abrupt when transitioning from rail to rail, or just have just a music track for the level would be easier. And when I mentioned new enemy types, definitely make it so the enemy types have relation to the mechanics in the actual game itself. That would be neat. But yeah, I think this is a really cool prototype for a game. But yeah, of room for improvement, well, the bugs I'm going to show you right now. So let's first look at the first bug. If you were to hold fire or aim, let's do it fire first. Hold fire, press pause, let go of left mouse button, resume, you carry on shooting. This also works for meleeing as well, so let's melee someone. There we go. Did not work. Okay, did not work, and I'm gonna die. There we go. But yeah, if you were to melee, let's do it again. It didn't work, okay. Well, that's also another glitch. Okay, let's do it with the aiming actually first. So let's aim. I'm not holding down right mouse button and it's still doing it. Yeah, that's a glitch. And also you may have noticed I'm not dying right now, I'm immortal. And basically that happens when you've actually you know, obviously taken damage and stuff and healed yourself with crystals. You can actually become immortal for some reason, which I don't understand how it makes sense. Yes, another glitch. Let's try this out again. Let's see if I can make the melee work with the first glitch I was showing you. Oh, it's working now. I'm not pressing left mouse button when this is happening. It's just doing it automatically. Like you have to literally, you know, instigate it to do that for you to melee them. But yeah, that is a glitch. Do you remember there is one more glitch? I think. Let me just check right now. So write down. So I've written this down. There's another glitch. I've written it down on the actual written feedback. Let me just check. Me just getting attacked in the background while I look for this. Here we go. What is the other glitch? Oh yes, it requires me to die to actually even show you this glitch. Okay, I need to reset this. Main menu. Go back to level 1. Okay, so I'm going to make my health really low, and I'm going to use a rail or a ramp, because basically what will happen is I can still, like, the rail mechanics still work even though I'm dead, so it's still grinding particles, everything, the music's still playing, but I'm dead, so it shouldn't really be happening. Let's do this right now. Okay, nice and tenderized. There we go. Okay, don't die. Let's do this. Okay, it didn't happen that time. Okay, I need to make it work. Okay, let's get attacked again. You guys fight me. Good. Alright, so... yes, this one that's best for that, actually. This is the right one to do it on. Here we go. What the hell happened there? What was that? It just kept making the sound when you attached to it, right? It's making loads of the same sound effect when I died on the rail. That was weird. We need to make it so it happens again. Oh, all of them destruction, that's really nice. Okay, let's do it again. In the wrong direction, because I'm trying to get on top of there again. It's so much easier for the glitch. Well, that's basically how I did it, so because there's a lot more railing for it to work on, so here we go, this is the right one. There we go, now it's working. You see how they're still following my ghost, basically. So that's a glitch right there. They shouldn't be doing that. Like, you're dead, they should not be following your ghost. Like, pretty persistent robots if they need to kill you and your ghost. You know what I mean? It's quite persistent, but yeah, it's the glitches I've noticed in this game. Okay. So... now we've gone through this entire game, told you what I like about it, told you all the glitches in the game. I think I can end this video now. So thank you for watching this video. Hope the developers have gotten a really good amount of feedback from this. Bye guys.